What's up, everybody? This is the Jedi. I mentioned in my Emmett Till video that this was one of the subjects that had been sitting on me that I thought I wanted to speak on. And also, I also mentioned there that I might revisit the Emmett Till subject. And I really might do that, y'all, because I tell you, there is so much. There's like a treasure trove. I could do videos the next 6 months and just extrapolate things from his story that I can bring into current day, you know, and then some. You know, there's so many other things there in addition to that. Anyway, so I really feel that calling, that pulling on me, you know. So I just might be doing that. I also want to say thank you to everybody who acknowledged something that we all know about in the video. All right? Thank you guys. And I probably will be doing a shout out for those people probably in my next video, just because up to this point, I mean, I have a lot of names, but yeah, well, I will just read them real quick. Daniel Brunson, Anjane 23, T Wright. Appreciate you grabbing my hand, T. Wright. A-Dub, Chris Miller, Wednesday Gibson, and yeah, Wednesday, I know about that 666 viewer count. I know, I was struck by that too. We must have seen it at the same time. Big Chuck, Sophia Sanders, Cassandra Wright, my girl. What's up, Cass? The Melanated Soldier 777, Tamisha Neal, Samantha Latimer, D'Angelo Cummings, Mary Bailey, Misha Johnson, T Smooth Sounds. Appreciate you with that link you sent me about Emmett's father to T Smooth. Thank you so much. Because remember, y'all, I had mentioned that in the video. M. Misner Park, Hunson, what's up, brother? Good to see you. The diva, high diva Queen Lopez. My drive-by assassin shooter Sasser. C.J. Stevens, Felicity Hudson, my girl K.R. Watkins, appreciate you, K.R. Val Cummings, D. Dunique, and of course my boy Kai Love. That's just some that I've made note of thus far, you guys. I thank you guys, and y'all all know what that's about. I also want to say, you guys, especially with a video like that Emmett Till video, my people, I need you thumbs upping that video. I need you to go back and thumbs up that video if you didn't do it. You see what I'm saying? Because especially on videos like that, the White Devil wants to come, and I need your fortress. You understand? I need you fortifying your brother. So for the love of God, will you please go back and thumbs up that video? It just takes a second. Go back and thumbs up that video. I need that. I need that. I need that. I need that. I'm not going to put in 3 hours of work plus on just, and that's just screen time. I'm not gonna put in 3 plus hours of working on a video and have the fucking nothing but white devils represented in my rating. You understand? So I need my people. I need you. And I remind you guys, just every video, thumbs up the video, you guys. Thumbs up the video. Thumbs up. Even if you want to cuss me out and tell me, Jay, you some bullshit, but I thumbed you up. See what I'm saying? I can work with that. So that's keeping it 100. All right. Why I'm bringing this now is because I have a very intertwined history with Michael Jackson. And in fact, I'm going to be presenting some pictures that I'm going to share with you in this video that, quite frankly, haven't been seen for a very long time. And I've certainly never shared them on a scale like this. All right. I'm doing this video because I have some thoughts and have had some thoughts for a long time with regard to Michael's children. And I've never addressed it. Not even in personal conversations with people. You know, it just seems like it never comes up, or I don't remember, or but it's been on my heart. And so I wanted to speak to some things with regard to this. Paris Jackson says she identifies as black. My dad told me, quote, be proud of your roots. Now, I am struck by this because I impersonated Michael Jackson for many years, you guys, and that's some of the pictures I'm going to be sharing. Excuse me if I don't burp myself to death. That's some of the pictures I'm going to be sharing with you in this production. And for me, if I had never impersonated him, the things that I learned about him while studying him for so long, I tell you in truth that in so many ways he and I are the same human being. Forget that he's famous. Forget that. Throw that out. You don't need it. All right. He could have been the guy that just lived next door to me or that I went to school with, and I'd still be saying the same thing. The parallels to our lives, the similarities in our personalities and our habits and things like that are almost scary to me. I can't tell you, wow. I really had a lot in common with this dude. And just to give you just one example so you can understand, you can get just a little taste of what I'm talking about. When I was a child, my dad played the Regal in Chicago. Michael and his brothers played the Regal in Chicago. You see? And I was backstage and all that, and when they had their intermission, you know, various people were bringing their family members out to introduce them to the audience and whatever. My dad was touring with Ray Charles, and I remember that night like it was yesterday. That's the biggest crowd I've ever been in front. That's the most people I'd ever seen in one room at one time in my life. Yeah, I was just a kid. But I'm just saying, like, that's one similarity. Like, Michael played the Regal, I was at the Regal, my dad played the Regal, you know. Or when you watch the Jacksons in American Dream, I promise you that whole scene when Michael doesn't want to get on the plane, that's exactly me, dude. That was exactly me at his age. I promise you. My grandmother had her belt, and my father had his belt. My grandmother had a belt and a switch in her purse. And I remember we were flying first class, and actually at that time we were flying from Chicago to California, and they were going to California. You see what I'm saying? And I was like, we're going to crash, the plane going to crash. And I was hiding. I didn't want to get on the plane. I did everything he did. I promise you. So those are just two little things that I'm just trying to just show you the magnitude of the similarities between our lives. You know, that I could probably be here another 45 minutes just giving you the parallels. All right? So I'm very attached to him, you know. And in fact, one of the clients that I performed for back in the day was, and this wasn't when Michael was in any legal scandal, but this particular law firm that represented him at the time had hired me to come in to perform for the senior attorney's birthday. They had a huge conference room, like it was like stage and all of it. It was lighting, all of it. It was like it was in California. It was in Century City, I want to say, and it just the whole firm was there, and then all their family, and then just there was a million people. And but why I mention it is because at that time Michael was doing the bad the Pepsi campaign that he had done on his own, not the one that he did with his brothers, the one that he did with the bad song when he goes, Pepsi's cool, it's cool, and the whole world has to answer right now to tell you once it's cool, or tell you the Pepsi way, it's cool, right? So after the performance, they took me from because this is a huge building, and so they took me from this conference room. I hate to call it that because it was an auditorium, but they take me from this into another part of the building where some of the offices were, and there was pictures of Michael everywhere and all of it, and they actually photographed me drinking Pepsi, and different pictures of me with the senior attorney. His name was Anthony Barish, and they told me, like, Michael will absolutely see these pictures. He's totally going to see these pictures. Like, it's done. All right. So you talk about the 6 degrees of separation. Then also one of my ex-girlfriends later became friends with Michael, and her son go out. We're friends with Michael up till his death. They used to go to Neverland Ranch. I could go on. But anyway, so I mentioned that whole foundation just to say that all the things that I learned and knew about Michael, I never understood this thing with his children. I know that Michael and I are the same person when it comes to children as well. Like, I see God in children. I do. I love children so much, and I'm a big child. I don't do well with kids that have been polluted by adults. I don't. They got to take their little ass the hell on someplace. I don't do well with that. But just children who have not been polluted, I just see God in them. And I love being around them to learn from them. Like, I don't see myself as an adult. Like, they are the teacher at that time. Like, there's so much you learn from kids if you just let them be children and just don't pollute them. Just learn. So I know Michael loves children, and I know that he was also someone who was intellectually curious like myself. Like, Michael read everything. I'm someone who reads everything. Like, I always tell you guys, be intellectually curious. Filling your brain up with stuff that you're not even interested in or that bores you to hell. Just read it because you're interested. Just because you're curious. Just learn. Everything you can learn. You see? So, Michael was a very studious person in that way. And he read everything. He definitely understood who he was as an African person. Probably more so than you and I, because he's been all around the world. All around the world. All around the world. But I never could understand what the deal was with the kids. As far as when you see, like, even the Pepsi commercial, when it starts out and it's just like they're going through like what's supposed to be Michael's dressing room. You see a lot of his garments and his glasses and stuff. Then all of a sudden, this kid picks it up. It's a fucking white kid. Why, Michael? For the love of God, why? Why, Michael? Why? Why? Please tell me now. And then the kid turns around, and Michael goes looking for me. And and it's that's the whole segment of that commercial, right? Okay, fine, but why the white kid, Michael? When he performed at the Super Bowl, if my memory serves me, when he got to the part where he was doing "Heal the World," he had a million kids up on stage, but the little kid you holding is a little white kid. Why, Michael? For the love of God, why? Why, Michael? Why? Why? Now, I reject my people that say, well, Michael wanted to be white. That's just not fucking true. It's not true, everybody. And his vitiligo was real. In fact, I have somebody in my family that has vitiligo like that, and it's white as snow. I'm telling you. Actually, he's family member by he's an in-law. Actually, he's family by marriage. But John is a dark-skinned man, but he has huge patches of vitiligo, and they're white as paper. White. White. You understand? So that was real. That was real. All right. So Michael didn't have an identity crisis as far as that. And then you think about being an international artist. Now you depigment your skin because you can only go one or two ways with vitiligo. You can either try and repigment, which is never successful, or you can, and then for a while he used makeup. Well, I've seen his show 3 times. Michael is on stage for 2.5 hours giving you 100,000%. You're going to sweat that off. And then all of a sudden you stand up there as a spotty creature. You feel me? So you can either depigment, use makeup, or you can depigment. Which is even more dangerous because then you're like white people. You don't have no pigment, so you're susceptible to the sun. You see? That's why you always saw Michael with the umbrella. Somebody be carrying his umbrella, wherever he was at. Gotta have that umbrella. Got to have that umbrella. Can't have that sun hitting him directly. Alright. And so, but then there's a look that has to go with that too. So think back if you saw Michael Jackson during like the off the wall days with the big afro and he was white. How would he look? Fucked up. So you got to make your hair and all that stuff go along with how you look. But he still kept it unique to him. He still didn't look like somebody trying to be a white dude. You feel me? So I've always been very protective of him with that. I understood that completely. Most people are just going off what they saw in a magazine or what they heard on the 6 o'clock news. Like, I studied this man for years because it was my job. I had to know. Here I am impersonating him and making money off of him, and I had my own little corner of fame because of him, but I didn't want to stop there. I was interested in my subject. Who is he? What is, everything I wanted to know. So let us put down that Michael was trying to be white. But having said all of that, that's why what I'm communicating to you now should help you to understand the frustration, I guess is the word I don't really want to use, that I feel at trying to understand, or the perplexity that I'm being subjected to by trying to understand his kids. Like, not one black child, Michael? I don't understand that. But I also do know the entertainment world. And even though you're Michael Jackson, and especially because you're Michael Jackson, I tell you guys all the time, when you get to a certain level in this society, you see the devil. You see, the white man's the devil. But when you get to a certain level, the devil, like you see? And I've been on photo shoots, I've been on television sets, I've been on movie sets, I've been in all of it. And I've seen the type of people that are in those environments, the energy that's there, and you got to be a special person. And it's not inconceivable to me that, and somebody's traveling around the world and you're doing it all, okay, fine. It's not inconceivable to me that somebody would make you think that your children should look like you. So you have vitiligo and you're a white man basically. So your children, it won't look right if you have little nappy-head black kids or something. Yeah, I don't know. You feel what I'm saying? I don't put nothing past the devil, because it's the devil. I hope you could understand what I'm saying. Some of you will miss this, and I'm not interested in you. All right. I know that there's a big part of my audience that absolutely understands what I'm saying right now. And that's all I need to worry about. Alright. So, It was still a mystery. It was a mystery. Now, we're not saying you ain't their father, because you could have left the baby in a trash can. If anybody picks that child up and raises it, that's their father. We got a whole lot of brothers out there that are biological sperm donors that are not fathers. Want to make that distinction. So Michael was a father to these children, no question. But he clearly could not have been biologically their father. Like their family, our family has large eyes and high cheekbones. And we all look the fuck alike. You could tell our genes are strong. You could see any of my siblings anywhere and never have met them and be like, aren't you related to the Jedi? You feel me? So it's like that. So don't tell me that you had 3 children that don't look nothing like you or nobody in your family. And that saddened me because, Michael was already in enough scrutiny and people already trying to say everything negative about you. It just felt like you just giving them something else to talk about, Michael. Like, don't do that. Man. I can't. Anyway, so I was struck when I heard this. I heard it on a television show. Something. I heard somebody mention it. I'm like, what? Nah, sister. You are not Black Paris. You are not. You are not. You are not. I'm so sorry. You could be riding in the car with Katherine Jackson herself. Or, let's say you could be riding in the car with Jermaine Jackson himself. And they gonna treat you different than they gonna treat Jermaine. Especially if they don't know it's Jermaine with his tattooed hair. I'm sorry, who said that? I'm sorry. That slipped out. All right, my bad. Anyways. God damn it, y'all know you got tattooed hair on the side. God damn it. Don't act like I'm the only one. God damn it. Now, god damn it. I'm over it. Anyways. So, your ass is not Black Paris. I'm so sorry. And I also wanted to talk on this, y'all, because they really kind of ruined the whole thing for me in a way. And I'm not saying this to be, I'm just saying what my feelings are. I'm not trying to be mean-spirited or attack them. I'm just telling you how I feel and felt. Like, this is the biggest entertainer, the most famous human being that's ever lived. Period. That's ever been recorded in history. And this ain't what you supposed to be. No. So we got 3 little white kids. Nah, I would rather it be some kids that we know that's your kids and they look like you, and even if they don't become the next you or they don't even go into music or entertainment, we'd be like, they could be, just that we could have that, like, so-and-so probably gonna be the next, he probably gonna do what his father did, or whatever, or his daughter, she gonna be the next Janet or something. But these kids are white, so even though they were fathered by Michael Jackson as far as raised, they are white. So they don't come with rhythm. They don't come with anything that a black child would come with. They just don't. Prince looks like some fat beer drinking, kid that you would see burning some shit after a college football game that didn't go their way or something. You know what I mean? They don't. I can't. Wow. But this is a problem for her. because the black community has, I think, has always been ready to just sort of embrace them. You know, these are Michael's kids. We know it's some bullshit, but alas, he did raise you. We accept that's your father, so we good. We whisper behind the scenes, well, you know, that ain't really Michael's kids, you know, biologically. But I think most black people were like, okay, that's still his kids. We respect that. I think she's pushing it to now proclaim that she is black, because that's not what society says. That's not what your skin color says. That's not what the black community says, and we are the arbiters and the authorities. We have that right. I'm a melanated man. You don't get to walk up to me and tell me you black and you not. And alas, I'm a man, so you don't get to walk up to me and you're not a man and tell me you're a man. Alas, you're not. So you're encroaching. You stepping on toes. You're on foreign ground. So saying you need to. So this is the thing. I think she's getting into an area. Is this something by a publicist or a manager or a handler that's, you know, we want to try and get the black community, let's get the black market or some bullshit, you know, or let's try and present you as a black artist? Are they trying to maybe bring her out with a black sound or something? They could have did that anyway. Like I say, we were already prepared to just accept them anyway. Wherever they came from, Michael raised them. Period. You see what I'm saying? So you're stepping on toes, Paris. Now you goddamn it. But we're gonna read this. I haven't read this. We're gonna find out what's going on. There was a million articles, y'all. I didn't know which one to pick, and this one is the Atlanta Black Stars. So I went with what's ours. So we're gonna look at this and we're gonna see if feelings and thoughts change as we go through this. Now, Michael Jackson's daughter, Paris Jackson, identifies as black and counts her father telling her to, I think they meant recounts. Again, proofread, everybody. Proofread. This is a publication. I always tell you, there's an editor, there's a publisher, you have the writer, and all the other shit. This was put here on purpose to be put out to the public, and this is a problem. We're on the second sentence in. Well, it's technically the first sentence because we haven't gotten to a period. We're still in commas. So in the first sentence, you're not. Come on now. So even here on YouTube, y'all, when you type in your comments, sit back and read your stuff before you click post. Because your entire thought can be lost because you didn't take time. How many comments do I read and I go, I have no idea what they were saying. Never mind. I just click to the next one. I have no idea what they're telling me. I have no idea what they're saying. No idea. And move on. Michael Jackson's daughter, Paris Jackson, identifies as black and recounts her father telling her to embrace her heritage as the reason. Okay, I'm gonna augment my statement. Counts her, but it's still it go either way. But still, my admonition to you still stands. Proofread your shit. God damn it, I'm over it. All right. Telling her to embrace her heritage as the reason. The middle child of the pop icon, is, I may use my fake British accent in part of this, y'all. Be ready now. God damn it. Because y'all know I've been working on my fake British accent. You know what I'm saying? You have to have a fake British accent. You just do. You know what I'm saying? The middle child... Oh, we said that. The middle child of pop icon... Oh, well, whatever. The middle child of the pop icon is defending her late father in a new interview and denying the ongoing rumor that she is not his biological child. Now, see, I feel bad in a way, because if I'm sitting there interviewing her I just can't be fake. I can't. I just don't have that bone in my body. I don't have that. I don't have it. And I'm so sorry. If I'm sitting there interviewing her and she said that to me, I would say, but Paris, now, hold up now. Because Michael has 9 siblings or 8 siblings. Well, technically 9, because just like my family, there's total of 9 of them, but one of their siblings died early on. Same with me. All right, so we have the same number of people in my family. So we'll stick with 9. Okay, so it's like, okay, Michael had 9 siblings, Paris, and we could see Michael or any of his siblings anywhere, including their mama and their daddy, and we know they're from the same family. You don't look like any of them. How do you explain that? How? If you just deal with the females, Rebe, Latoya, and Janet look alike. God damn it. Go and look at Rebe on YouTube doing reaction, release, or something. If you don't look twice, you'd be like, is that Janet? She's got the dancers and everything. She looks just like Janet. Latoya looks like fucking Michael. You see what I'm saying? So I mean, you don't look like any of these people, Paris. You don't. You don't. Paris agreed to address the issue head on for the first and only time in Rolling Stone, rather than take the approach of her older brother, Prince Michael Jackson, who doesn't think there is a point to revealing the answer. I would agree with him. 18-year-old Paris assured the magazine that Michael is her dad. Listen, I agree with Prince. He's looked in the mirror. He is, maybe in his own private time, he has just decided, I don't fucking look like this person at all. That's still my dad. I still love him. I'm sorry that he's gone. I have his memory and all that stuff. But clearly that is not my dad. It's not, biologically. So he is wise. If you can't tell the truth, shut the fuck up. But she's always struck me as she couldn't wait to get hot. You see what I'm saying? Hot and get out there. You see, and she strikes me as one who would be flaunting that I'm Paris Jackson. Michael Jackson's my dad. And I just don't like that there's some white kids making claim to Michael too. Can I just put that out there too? It's petty, but it's my truth. It's my truth. You know? And so she really needs to watch her tone, basically. But they all do. I might be getting worked up. I might be getting worked up. I didn't think I don't know, y'all. Now, I don't know. I don't know. He will always be my father, she said. We know that. So I'm saying that language. He will always be my father. Okay? It's like you're trying to prove something. He will always be my father. He never wasn't, and he never will not be. People that knew him really well say they see him in me. That it's almost scary. Listen, those are nothing but white people telling her that, everybody. Some bitch at a boutique where, a fucking sock is $5,000, and you really look like you're, oh my God, it's scary how, and pulling her hair back, how the white bitches do, pulling her hair back and looking at her, and oh my God, you're amazing, and all, I can imagine that being said to her. This is what I guarantee you on everything that I'm worth. No black person has said that to her. No one. No African melanated person has ever said that to her. Take that to the bank and tell them the Jedi sent you. People tell me, people that knew him really well say they see him in me, that it's almost scary. I can't. Damn it. I was already ready to puke. they say that they see him in me. That was enough, comma. And then it's almost scary. Look, we gonna get to my pictures in a little bit here, y'all. I'm scarier than her little ass. Understand that. Feel me. Now, I look more like your dad than you do, heifer. Now, I got to keep it 100. I consider myself black. Now I'm over it. Somebody bring me a Valium. Quick. Hold on, y'all. Bring me whatever killed Elvis. Do it. Alright, I'm back. Anyway, I consider myself black, Paris said, noting the Thriller singer would look in the eyes, noting the Thriller singer would look me in the eyes and he'd point his finger at me and he'd be like, "You're black. Be proud of your roots." Listen, I don't think Michael said that, y'all. Look, I just don't think that. Go back now. Think back, troops. We're seeing her now. You know, she's a teenager. She's all grown up. Okay, fine, whatever, fine. All right. I need you to go back in your mental eye to what she looked like at Michael's funeral. Let me pull up a picture. God damn it. Y'all making me work. Now, this is her at Michael's funeral. That's all the kids. So, I don't know how old she would have been then. Somebody do the math and bring it to us. All right. But I don't see Michael looking at a little girl that little and saying, "You're black, be proud of your heritage." I'm almost willing to go out on the ledge and say I don't think he would have even had that conversation with them yet about who they were and where they came from. You know, he kept them in an environment, and you know, at some point they were going to realize, I don't look like nobody in your family, but they probably would have was okay with him because they don't, you know what I'm saying? But I don't see that. And not even just Michael. I don't see any person looking at a child that young and saying, there's certain things you don't even tell a child they adopted until they, if you ever tell them, until they get to a certain age. You definitely don't tell a little kid, "You're black, be proud of your heritage," because heritage means you've been through the struggle that black folks been through, and you are not. See what I'm saying? This is where I'm going to get worked up. I can see it now. I can feel it. I'm going to get worked up. I'm going to get worked up. I'm going to get worked up. I don't believe that. I think she's lying, and it goes back to some of the things I was just saying about my perceptions of her character. She seems like she would do that. My dad said, you know, and she's white, so even though she was raised by Michael, she's still white. So that means she has white devil attributes. You see what I'm saying? Lying is a part of their DNA. Give a fuck if you Paris Jackson or if you Jackson Tilly, the bitch that work at, goddammit, 7-Eleven. I'm getting worked up. I'm getting worked up. I'm over it. Let's go back to the article. I can't. Would look me in the eyes and he'd point his finger at me and he'd be like, "You're black. Be proud of your roots." Michael Jackson never spoke those words, everybody. I can't get with that. I can't. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. The other thing too that I'm sharing later in this video, when I get to the part where I'm sharing pictures and stuff with you, I'm gonna share some stories with you as well. And one of them is one of my ex-girlfriends. Actually, we always knew she was going to meet Michael. There was too much energy she was putting out in the universe. We knew it. Anyways, alas, she did eventually become friends with Michael, and her son used to go out to Neverland Ranch all the time. She knew Michael up to his death even. You know what I'm saying? And just things that she's told me about Michael. And like I say, all the years that I studied him when I was impersonating him, I was very successful Michael Jackson impersonator. And I can't now. I can't. I don't believe her. I don't believe her. I don't believe her. Or no, we need her to stand in front of Judge Judy and say this shit so Judge Judy can go, I don't believe you! Baloney! I don't believe you! That requires that right now because I don't believe this. I don't. Hey, let's go on. Anyways, and I'd be like, okay. Doesn't that just sound fake? Let's read the sentence again, everybody. I consider myself black, Paris said, noting the Thriller singer would look me in the eyes. And I don't know if they're saying the Thriller singer or if she said the Thriller singer. Noting the Thriller singer, quote, okay, they're saying that, would, quote, look me in the eyes and he'd point his finger at me and he'd be like, you're black, be proud of your roots. And I'd be like, okay, he's my dad. Why would he lie to me? So I just believe what he told me. Because to my knowledge, he's never lied to me. Listen, I fucking don't believe this little whore. There, see, I'm getting worked up. I'm getting worked up. Now, if I'm in this interview, I say, really? He said your roots and to be proud of it. Really? Tell me what you know about Denmark Vesey. I'd love to hear that. I'd love to hear that. Tell me what you know about the Deacons of Defense. Maybe you could just give us a little dissertation on that. I'd just like to maybe just get a little dissertation if I could. Tell me more about the Dr. King speech than just the I Have a Dream part. I'd like to hear that. What day was Malcolm X assassinated? What organization was Malcolm X a part of? Basic stuff. Basic. When was the Voting Rights Act signed? Paris? When was that signed? Because remember, your dad said be proud of your roots. That means your little bitch ass supposed to know them. You're not going to be getting no claim to the black struggle, heifer. Now, we allow that you're Michael's child. We'll allow that. That's fine. We don't have a problem. You can even come to the cookout. You see what I'm saying? Get you a plate of greens and some cornbread and a rib. You see what I'm saying? This is no problem. But watch your ass. And I'd be like, okay, like that's it? Not tell me about my roots. Tell me. Oh, I'd be like, okay. It doesn't have the ring of truth. I'm sorry. It don't. Why would he lie to me? Again, putting it on him. Like, I'm not saying it, he's saying it, but he's not here to say, your bitch ass is lying. So this is heresy. She's lying on her dead father's grave. So I just believe what he told me because to my knowledge, he never lied to me. But that still doesn't work out, Paris, because you're not in diapers anymore. You're a grown-ass chick able to do a fucking Rolling Stone interview. So don't you look in the mirror every day? Do you actually think you black? When's the last time you turned on the TV and saw black people marching and being shot down in the street and any struggle and all the bullshit? Did you see anybody that would look like you? Do you really think that? Again, no disrespect to your dad, but do you believe that now? You. Let's forget your father. Do you believe that? I never trusted her ass. God damn it, it's in the eyes. You could tell. Shit. I can tell you, everybody that knows her in the rich Hollywood circles, they all hate her. They all hate her. I would put my money on that. She is not loved in a lot of circles. I'm going to tell you right now. Because she thinks she's the cat's meow. Excuse me, y'all. I'm over her ass. Look, if just this far in, if you're over her, type I'm over her ass. Or the bitch has got to go. Something. All right, let us move on. Paris explained many people who don't know her believe she is white. Well, that's everybody who doesn't know you. Paris explained that many people who don't know her believe she's white. Where's Catherine to snatch her ass back? That's still her grandmama. If you don't get your little ass off that goddamn rolling to get your little ass, you see what I'm saying? Because you know you ain't never grown. You ain't never grown. Now Catherine is still walking the earth and she can still snatch your ass. She said interracial children can have light eyes and pale skin, and pointed out Prison Break actor Wentworth Miller as an example. I'm worked up. I'm there now, y'all. I'm there now. God damn it! I tried to start off all nice, and I'm gonna give her a benefit of the doubt, and I'm gonna be all. God damn it! I'm worked up. I'm worked the fuck up. God damn it! I'm worked up. I'm over it. Oh my god, I can't. Bring me a Valium. Look. The next thing I would say, her little fake ass in an interview, I go, well, you know, Mariah Carey is biracial and she looks like it. You don't. Halle Berry or Halle Berry is biracial. She looks it. You do not. Vanessa Williams is biracial. She looks it. You do not. You so I could go down the list for the heifer. You are a white heifer. Stop it already. Look, there must be something to this, y'all. It must be a reason why she's doing this. I don't know if she's got some project she's working on and she's trying to get some buzz or something they're going to trying to roll her out to the black community. But like I said, she don't need to roll out to the black community. Anything she was going to do would have been like, oh, that's Michael's daughter doing it. You know, we just accept it. We good. You crossing the line now. Now you're getting on the radar of black people in a way that you don't want to be. You understand? Because we will eat your ass alive. You're not ready for this. You're not ready for this. Paris fucking fucking Jackson. Shit. You're not ready for this. You don't look like none of them damn people you just named. I've got light skin, and especially since I've had my hair blonde, I look like I was born in Finland or something. No, bitch, you look like the bitch that went to fucking high school with me, and any fucking, goddammit, I'm over her ass. You look like, goddammit, Sharon Stone. Shit. Is she psychotic? Where's the family? I look like I was born in Finland or something. Yeah, you do. Because whoever your fucking father is was probably from, could have been from goddammit Finland. And your mama. Huh? But you are not black. What else did the heck say? The model also, I'm over it. The model, when did we get the model? The model also revealed her struggle and depression and with depression and suicide from realizing that she ain't black. She was depressed and suicidal. Damn it, I'm not black, damn it. Where's that bottle of pills? Paris made headlines in June of 2013 when she cut her wrist after realizing she wasn't black and was rushed to the hospital. She said that one of several times she tried to end her life. Or that was one of several times. All right. It was just once that it became public, she said. It was just self-hatred. Huh? Huh? Low self-esteem, huh? What I already tell you? Her ass realized I'm not black, and maybe, and listen, because several things can exist, can be true at the same time. Everybody, you can still be Michael Jackson's daughter, that raised by Michael Jackson, and be in a black family, and still hate that you are not black. Because everybody wants to be black. Everybody. And she is not immune to that simply because she is, who she is. By the way, anybody, any of the troops, if you all have any history on anybody that she's dated, I'd like to know that. Bring that to us. We'd like to see if there's any black people up in there that she's dated, huh? We'd like to know that. We'd like to know that. That would be absolutely germane to what we're talking about here. It was just self-hatred and low self-esteem simply because I'm not black and I'll never be black, thinking that I couldn't do anything right, not thinking I was worthy of living anymore because I wasn't black, which means I'm never going to be like the black girls and I have no rhythm and I can't sing and oh my god, my makeup's running and no, it's a 2-syllable word with them. And I wasn't feeling amazing. I wasn't feeling amazing, and I didn't have my pills, and I can't. The actress, oh, now she's an actress, y'all. They're just throwing these titles on us without telling us beforehand. The model also revealed. Then we get down here. The actress later. I can't. We're going to get to the next one. I'm going to be like, the astronaut also said. I can't. Watch. We'll get down the page. They're going to be like, the astronaut also said. So saying, the friend of Harriet Tubman also discussed that, where am I at, y'all? Where we at? Oh, the actress later discussed her thoughts on circumstances surrounding her father's death and said she absolutely believes Michael was murdered. Nah, you black. So I'm saying you. Now, all arrows point to that, she said. It sounds like a total conspiracy theory, and it sounds like bull. Well, they put an S. Again, proofread, my black people. Or maybe they meant S because the space. Okay, strike that, Jedi. Strike that. All right. And it sounds like bullshit. But all real fans and everybody, wait, how do they say it? Because when white folks say there's this shit that's come up over the years. You got them waif ass singers out there that sing like they'll sing like I can't even do it. It's so fucked up. We'll come back to that anyway. But they also have other shit, and one of them that fucking gets on my nerves is this every shit. But they say Avery. Listen to they ass. Avery. So I'm sure the bitch said everybody. But all real fans and everybody in the family knows it. It was a setup. It was bullshit. So I'm saying, dude, that's what you should come out with. That's what the world is more interested in knowing. And for you to be Michael's daughter saying it gives it even more credence. Don't come out with this black shit, bitch, and we ain't even seen you do nothing that was black. Stop, set your ass. No? I'm worked up. Where am I at? Oh. Michael died in 2009 after his doctor, Conrad Murray, gave him an overdose of propofol. We already know. All right. Which is we already know. Murray was convicted. Okay, we already know. I'm over it. All right. Listen. This heifer is not an actress. She's not a model. And she is not black. Let us be clear. So she's striking out on every fucking test point. And I feel bad for her because, and it also testifies that apparently the family, but again, she strikes me as unruly. And there was rumored some time back that Janet had to slap her. Remember that, y'all? I wasn't going to say nothing. But that's a true story. Like the TMZ was reporting it and all of it. Like Janet slapped her. They were reporting that it had been rumored that she slapped Paris. But I'm going to come out with something that y'all don't even know. See what I'm saying? Because y'all know Janet is my wife. You see what I'm saying? So Janet, what y'all don't know. See what I'm saying? I'm letting y'all in on this. You see what I'm saying? I'm telling you. So I'm saying this for you. So I'm saying I already know. So I'm saying, but I was there with Janet that day. So I'm saying, me and my wife was over at the house. So I'm saying, and the little heifer came out trying to come at me. So I'm saying, Janet had to take her. So I said, that's what happened. I can't. She told her, she was like, you know what, you need to back off my boo. Understand that. See what I'm saying? She had to set her down. See what I'm saying? Little heifer was trying to cut eyes at the Jedi. Feel me? See what I'm saying? Which would naturally occur. Feel me? That's just natural right there. So that's natural. You see what I'm saying? But, yeah, my wife had to crack her. See what I'm saying? Get her in line. Get her in line. What? How they talk out in California? The fucking gangsters. Because they be like core and money. What? I can't even get it, man. I got so many voices in my head right now. Damn it, it'll come back to me. Anyway, fuck her. The bitch is over. All right. Anyway, I told you guys also, like I said, I wanted to take this opportunity because I didn't know this was going to turn out like this. I was going to go up and go in on her ass. As you guys know, I don't read the articles in advance, so that whatever reaction I'm having through it, we're together. You know, that's my way of being with my audience. You know, without us being right with each other, we kind of are, because we're seeing and experiencing the information together for the first time. All right. So I didn't know it was going to go left like that, but I put together some pictures to share with you guys because I thought I was going to feel a different way about this at the end, and I wanted to share, you know, because I had so much in common with her father, and I impersonated him for years and all that kind of stuff. And the pictures I'm going to show you, like they're rarely seen, you know, and they're not digital, so I had to photograph them in order to put them up on my computer in order to be able to show them with you and be able to share them with you and stuff like that. So whatever, it went where it went, but I still can't stand the heifer. She needs to focus on trying to become a model and an actress and an astronaut and whatever else she's trying to do, and she needs to leave all this black stuff alone. That's just not a good look, because she ain't gonna do nothing but get clowned. That's all that's gonna happen, you know. And we would like to know about her feelings of Michael's death, because I've always thought it was suspect. You know, LaToya seemed like she was going to be the one to come forth, because she was on foreign television and American television saying there's more people involved and there's more going on than people know, and there's more, and this and third, and we like LaToya's going to be the one to tell it. But she kind of, you know, slowed down or whatever. But we know we over this you black stuff. We over that, you know. And if you are black, why do you feel the need to proclaim that? Like, black people don't wake up and go, I'm black. We don't need to proclaim that. I'm an African king. I just know I am, so I don't need to proclaim it. It is seen and known. throughout the land. So what do I need to do? I don't. I don't need to do anything. I don't need to. I don't need to. So, and just in case I don't remember to mention it, um, well, I'll put something at the beginning of the video. But in case I don't remember to put it at the beginning, um, I invite you guys also to watch my reviews that I do of the haves and the have-nots on Tuesday nights. Um, wow, that is the best show ever written for television. But I do a fantastic review of that show every Tuesday night, you guys. And one of the reasons why I'm mentioning it to you, damn, I'm getting hoarse. One of the reasons why I'm mentioning it to you is because I know that the natural way that I speak, I've been told this my whole life, you know. People say, you're so funny, you're so funny. Um, and then sometimes I am being silly, but, you know, but even sometimes when I'm not, it just comes across, you know, and I know that about myself. But I'm mentioning this because I really am being silly in my in my damn reviews. All right, they're very entertaining, and if you just want a good laugh, you definitely want to check out my reviews of the haves and the have-nots on Tuesday nights. Um, there's, you know, obviously there's a lot of them on my channel already because I've been doing it over the seasons that the show has been on. So you can go back and watch any of my older ones. You know, even if you want to just even go back and watch the one from last week and start there or whatever you want to do. But yeah. So if you just really want that side of the Jedi, you definitely want to watch those. I'm on camera for those, and I call it a review, and it is, but I consider it my show after the show. You know, so I try and make it. Just you have to watch them. You'll see. You'll see. Like I put a lot of work into those to really give you something entertaining, because it's my way of getting away from all the serious stuff and sort of letting my hair down a little bit and just being silly, you know. And it gives my audience a chance to take a breather also, but also to see another layer of the Jedi. So do check me out on Tuesday nights. My review of the haves and the have-nots. It comes on the OWN channel, the Oprah Winfrey Network, every Tuesday night. You can check your local listing, and then you can also look for my review every Tuesday. All right, y'all. Let's go into this next segment now. I don't want this to run on too long, because I've got to get ready to before the show comes on and all that stuff, so I can do my review of the haves and have-nots tonight. So let's get into this next segment. All right, and I may have a little summation or something on the other side, and I may not. I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's go. Now, here's the first picture. That's your boy in full regalia. Let's see if I can get the shoes. Wait, it might be the other one. No. Okay, we're not gonna get it on this. Anyways, we'll just start with this one. Anyways, that's your boy in full regalia. You will also note that I was impersonating Michael during the beige Michael era. I call it beige Michael because you know there was Black Michael from childhood to like Off the Wall and Thriller. Then there was beige Michael. All right, I was beige Michael. All right. um. Also, some interesting stories to tell you too. I'll probably share some things with you along as we look at just these few little pictures. But oh, there we go. Yeah, you can see the full outfit. Let me bring it in. Oops. So you can see your boy was in full effect. Well, you still can't see the shoes, but I will tell you we had the exact same shoes. All right. It was important for me to always have the right everything so that the illusion was complete, as close as I could, you know. Some of the stuff I just wasn't able to access. I just wasn't, you know, I just wasn't, you know. But I always tried to make it as accurate as I could. I didn't want to show up as some cheesy impersonator. It's important to me that everything had to be him, you know, from the way if I was chewing gum, because Michael has a way that he chews gum, if to holding a cup, to the way I walked, to the way I ran, to the way I stand, everything. It needed to be him. Him. You see? And funny story for you, when I very first started out, one of my earliest gigs, we were on our way to, and I told the limousine driver I want to stop on Hollywood. I was living out in Los Angeles then, and I was telling him I want to stop on Hollywood Boulevard to get a picture of me on Michael's star. Now, I'd only done a few gigs at that point, and but it was, we just go straight to the gig, and the people react and all that stuff, and okay, but it never occurred to me that I would even be eligible for anybody to want to mob me just in general public, because I'm still thinking of myself as me. I don't know how to describe that, but anyway, I get out of the limousine and I was attacked. Like literally, they were trying to shove me back in the limousine and everything. It was crazy. I lost my hat. It was, oh my God. So at that time, it was just me and my then girlfriend and I think like a couple friends of ours. But after that, I had a full entourage. After that, like full entourage, so that even when I showed up to performances, we had a whole system. So when after my cousin goes in to make contact with the client and to map my entrance and all that, and to set up my dressing room and all that, then when he comes back and gives the okay, and he's giving them all the instructions, like when I first come in, that's when I take pictures with the client and whoever's backstage. That's when I do all the pictures. They could take pictures while I'm performing, but when I first show up is when the illusion is most complete. That's when I look the most like him. Like my hair is perfect, the makeup and all that stuff is perfect. Everything is the best, and those are the pictures that I want people to have in their photo albums, along with any performance pictures that they have of me that are out there. All right. But then when he comes back to the limousine and it's all the green light, then everybody in the limousine gets out and forms a semicircle around the door to the trunk. And then I step out in the middle of the circle, and then we move. All right. So I learned my lesson from being mobbed. I learned my lesson. And there's that same picture again. Some of these I took several of, because some I took with the flash on and some with it off, because I didn't know how it would show up. And these are not digital pictures. These are actual physical pictures. All right. This picture is from a lookalike contest that I won. I actually won tickets to Michael's show. I saw him a total of 3 times, his bad tour, and one of those 3 times was because of this night that I won the lookalike contest, and this is the promoter that was shaking hands with me and presenting me as the winner and so forth. So that's what that picture is about. That's your boy. That is the Jedi. And it's also interesting to show these too, because when people click on my YouTube videos now, or anybody that would see me in public or anywhere on earth, they wouldn't go, oh my God, that dude looks like Michael Jackson. And alas, I don't, but I can. So that was the thing then, but I just it's always interesting when it ever comes up and I'm mentioning people, I impersonated Michael Jackson for years, I made a bunch of money and this, that, and then they kind of give you that side eye almost, like, this dude is Michael. They couldn't imagine me as Michael, and then I break out pictures or I break out video or something, oh my God, wow. So that's that picture again. I don't know if I did this one without the flash or not. This one was at a wedding, because one of my sisters, a friend of hers, this chick named Kim, had begged my sister to get me to perform at her wedding whenever she was going to be getting married, And so my sister came to me and said, Kim really wants you to perform at her wedding, this, that. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. And so I kept my promise. And so this was one of the pictures that was taken at the wedding. I don't know this little girl, but she absolutely thought I was Michael Jackson, and she was just beside herself, you know. And then, of course, all the adults say, take a picture with Michael. Do you want to take a picture with Michael? And she comes to me, you're Michael Jackson. You're Michael Jackson. You know, it was so cute. And so that was that. Um, and I will also tell you that that's just my lips, y'all. Like, that's just the contrast of my lips against the makeup. Like, I didn't do no lipstick or anything like that. And I don't even think Michael was doing lipstick at that time. But that's just how my lips showed up looking. I just thought I would share that with you. Um, there's that picture without a flash. Now, this one, wow. I need you to know that this picture of me and this girl, this little girl, was laying on my coffee table one day. And this National Enquirer happened to be laying on my coffee table too. And it was just like this, y'all. And somebody else pointed out, they were like, when were you in the Enquirer? I'm like, I wasn't in the Enquirer. I think I was like in another room or something. I'm like, no, I wasn't in the Enquirer. They go, no, what did they say? I don't remember. I can't remember now, y'all. It's been too long. All right. But anyway, it was astonishing to me because they were laying together just unbeknownst and unplanned and just random. But also, it was not only astonishing but also very validating at the same time, because obviously when we would be getting me ready for a show, we'd have pictures of Michael so that we could make sure we got every hair right and get the baby hair right, and okay, more Paul Mitchell on the baby hair, and okay, fine, and all this. But um, it was just random, because this is actually a picture of Michael arriving in Osaka, Japan to begin the Bad Tour. And here I was, and it's the illusion is so good. I was like, wow, we got it right. So I just always thought that was interesting, and that's why I even saved this Inquirer picture, because I'm like, well, I will save that for always to go with this picture, because that just says it. That just I was even impressed, like, and I'm me. So that was interesting. And it's interesting because also when I started um, studying him, I found out that we are so much alike as human beings, he and I. So forget that he's Michael Jackson, like, the more I learned about him, I'm like, we're the same person. We're the same person, and we have a lot of parallels to our lives. It was uncanny. I always said that if I ever met him, I would just want to sit here and tell him, like, I know why you do X, Y, and Z. Don't you do this because of this? And I know he'll go, yeah, and I go, I do too. That's why I do. I know, right? And it would just be a lot of I know, right moments, stuff like that. Wow. Just I just we had so many similarities as people, different things. It's crazy, man. Wow. And not even that he's Michael. He could have been just some dude that worked at the local movie theater. And if I got to know him, I'd be like, you know what? I think me and you are a lot alike, dude. Like, for real. Like, I'm telling you, there's so many similarities between me and this brother. It was a revelation for me. Even if I had never started impersonating him, the things that I learned and the things that I saw that were so common between us still would have been present. You feel me? And so this is from that same wedding. That's your boy. And then see there, even that, like, Michael's not knock-kneed, and either am I. But that's what should show up if there's a picture taken. Like, Michael always turned his knees in. So that's what I got to do. It's got to be him, not me. Everything had to be him, him. Everything. I hate it when I saw impersonators that would add their own wardrobe thing to something. If Michael didn't wear it, it shouldn't be seen. Period. The damn end. Or I just hated it, man. Or when they would dance, they do some shit that's not even. They're just making the dance their own or something. I hated impersonators like that. Like, oh my god, I hated it. 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 If Michael didn't do it, goddammit, it don't get done. Period. I can't. So, anyways, and there was this one show that I did where they had their own security for this event. And when, the whole routine, my people go in and okay, fine, they get ready for me. All right, now. Soon as they come, they had one of the security with them, which was a police officer. Like, their security were police. And so he was coming to escort me as well into the venue. And when I got out of the limousine, he's a tall Jamaican dude. He had rings on every finger, which I found interesting because he was in a police uniform, but like gun and all. Anyways, and so they rush me in and they get me to my dressing room, and okay, fine, all right. And then he says to me, I thought he was gonna, I don't know if I thought he was gonna arrest me or shoot me or something. He leaned into me and he had his finger. He goes, the moment you step out of the limousine, I say you are Michael Jackson. He was very intense. And I was like, still, I'm in my whole Michael aura, so I'm all bowing and saying thank you very much, and that's so wonderful and all that, right? But he went on to tell me, like, he worked for Michael for years. He was part of Michael's security. And he told me the story. He said, one of the things he said to me, he said, people say, he's a very shy guy and all of this. He said, and he is, but when he doesn't like somebody, or somebody does something he doesn't like, he goes to somebody and says, I don't want to see that person anymore. And they just go away. He was sharing this with me. And he said to me, he had seen a lot of impersonators. And I gave him pause when I stepped out of the limousine. He said, I say you are Michael Jackson, you are him. And I was deeply honored. Deeply, deeply, deeply honored. Like, that was the biggest compliment anybody could ever pay. Deeply honored. Deeply honored. So then that's that. Okay, this is them now. Alright. This is my sister's friend here on the left, Kim. And this is a dude she married, Steven. And what was so interesting too is because Kim had seen me at some point, like in my full regalia, like as Michael, but he hadn't. And so he didn't see me till that day. And I think that's the day he met me actually too. And that grin on his face is real. Like he couldn't believe, like he was just, you look so much like him. You look so, oh my God, you're Michael Jackson, dude. You're Mike, And he was just giddy to be standing there next to me. Giddy, I tell you. Like, he couldn't believe it. I don't know how many pictures they took. It must have been 1 million. And then of course I'm still standing there trying to be professional and be, give the illusion of Michael and, all of that. So that's where this picture comes from. Or what it's about, I should say. Just like the little behind the scenes on this photograph. And like I said, these are not digital pictures. I photographed them for this so I could show them to you, And so obviously the camera picks up every flaw in the damn picture, as far as like you see the crackling that's in it, because they're not digital. I think that might be it, y'all. I think those are the only ones that I took to show you today. Okay, disregard that picture. That means nothing. Uh, that's not what it looks like. All right, that just it's not what it looks like. It's not what it looks like. I'm over it. All right. Anyway, so I wanted to share those with you guys. And last of all, last of all, this video has been up on my channel since 2014. This is actually a video of me actually performing as Michael. And this was actually the performance, ironically, that launched my Michael Jackson career, so to speak, because after I did this show, my brother was stationed in Washington State on Fort Lewis, and I had done Billie Jean in a contest and won. That he saw me, and he said, dude, when you come to Washington, bring your shit, like you will clean up. So by that time, this album was out and this video of Michael Jackson's Bad. So I did it that night. This was just raw. Like, I put together the outfit. There was no, none of the, I wasn't at the professional level. I didn't have the makeup and all that stuff, any of that. This was just me doing my thing. And the response was so overwhelming. And the 2 months that I was there in Washington State, I won every single contest that I was in. It was crazy. So that's why this particular performance has such a significance. But I have other video that I'm eventually going to be uploading, but because YouTube has all this music bullshit, I'll probably be uploading those to the black spot. Then I don't have to worry about any of that. So you can this video is going to, I'll put the link for this one in the description box down below, and also it's going to pop up on the screen that you're watching. It'll pop up on your screen also towards the end of this video, and you can just click on it. It may be popping up now, I don't know, but anyways, and you can just click on it. It'll take you to the video either way, and then you can go and watch that video. You can actually see me in action. Alright, you guys, I leave it here. Like I say, my next video will be my review of the haves and the have-nots that I do on Tuesday nights. And then after that, I'll see you in my next video, that whatever I'm going to be doing after that one. Alright? I love you guys all for listening and watching. I'll see you soon. This is the Jedi.